Okay, we're in the home stretch here. So what we want to do is now save this interval and all the other intervals as their individual sound files and with the file name that is given in the interval, perhaps with a prefix saying like what was the original sound file it came from, or which speaker this was, etc. Um, yeah, if I were doing this again, I probably wouldn't stick these periods in here because that the dots and file names mean something special. But I guess that's all right for right now. I guess maybe what I should have done is made the periods like, I don't know, underscores instead, or something. But anyway, yeah. So how are we going to do this instead of manually saying extract this? Let's say we get time from 0, then we have to save, and then we have to rename it again, right? We don't want to do that, like whatever, 25 times or something. So yep, we're going to use the script, which is sorry, my Finder window disappeared. Chatino demo. Save label intervals to WAV sound files. So I'm going to double click to open it here, or you could go to the open read from file. So let's take a pop open this, and we go at the top and see. All right, so it tells us we have to have a long sound and a text grid. Yep. They have to have identical names. They have to be selected. All right, and then we have the form here. So here, I've already put in some defaults. If we go ahead and run, well, let's do what it said. We should first select these two, right? But if I click on run, then it'll ask me which tier do I want to process. I'm like, and one. We only have one. We can exclude XXX. I sometimes put, I start an interval label with a dot if I want to make a comment on it, but I don't want it. So, for example, I might put dot cough, or dot repetition extra, I don't know, something. But yeah, that should be fine. This will add a little buffer around the interval boundaries and expand them a little bit. And then this will say, where do we want to save the sound files? So if I go back to, Explorer, Finder window, etc., I made, in Chatino demo, I had that scripts folder, or directory, or subdirectory, and I also had a token subdirectory. So that's where I want these individual sound files to go. So again, remember, this save label interval script is in this scripts subdirectory, so I'm telling it go one up to the parent directory, Chatino demo, and then in that parent directory, go to the subdirectory tokens. So that's what this says, double dot, and then tokens. All right, now what about this? Whoops, looks like something got messed up in the script here. This comment thing should not be in there. So here I can add an optional prefix or suffix that will precede all file names. So I was saying, for example, sometimes I'll put like, what the date or the speaker or whatever. In this case, I'll just put SJQ tab 3 and then a hyphen. And then, yeah, I could go ahead and run and see what happens. Shall we give it a try? I hit OK. It's telling me 26 sound files will be saved. All right, let's continue. And you can see indeed we got a bunch of these sound files here under tokens. So for example, if I yeah, let's open a few of these in Praat. So here are all the K ones together. Open with Praat. So
K.
Cool. yeah, so let's see, that looks pretty good. I think, yeah, I had 26. And that's it. The one thing I said, like, probably wasn't the best idea to use dots here, because you can see I was saying the dot is typically the file extension, so the type of WAV file. Probably would have been better if I had used, instead of these dots, maybe an underscore. So actually, I'll show you then why this script process is useful, because I could then go back and be like, oh, well, let's see. Let's change the period. So I'm going to highlight this column, select that, and then do a Control F for PC, or Command F for, wait, no, sorry, not Command F. It is, no, it's actually a Control H, it looks like. So under Edit, and then go to Replace. And then I'm going to say find a dot, and then let's see, what let me do within, well, I guess within Sheetworks, but I really want, I wonder if it'll allow me to do selection. So I'm just going to say find this dot and replace it with an underscore. Replace all. So I don't know, let's see, close. So yeah, it's still concatenated out, so I guess it only changed these. So now I changed these periods to underscores. All right, I'm going to save this, and then, but now, you know, I'm going to have to, I will have to generate that text file again. So I'm going to copy this thing again over into text edit, and then let's get rid of this and type, copy in the new version. And don't forget, I have to hit an extra enter here at the end, and now we have underscores, so this looks good. All right, I saved that. And which step do we have to go back to? We have to go back to the, let's delete some of this stuff. I'm selecting it and remove. We need to go back to the step where we're labeling these intervals, right? And so I can go ahead and do that. By the way, I think you only need to select a text grid for that part. So I'm going to go back into Finder, and let's open our script label from text file. Yeah. So I'm going to go ahead and run this. Yep, it's using that same file. Overwrite, and I can probably see an option if I say view and edit alone, the text grid. Let's find one of those period ones. Where's a period one? Here. Okay. So I'm going to hit run and overwrite. Ta-da! Okay, you can see it changed to underscores. So now I'm going to save this. So I have this text grid set that I modified. Replace it. And then I'm going to run that other step again and save. Now I do need to select both of them at the same time, the long sound and the text grid. And then let's see, which script is this one? Is this the one we want? Nope. Okay, so I want to open, yeah, this is the one I want, right? Yes, this is going to save, oh, right, and I'm going to fix, I think that was a mistake here. Sorry. Let's try saving that. All right, let's try running this. Okay, and now I didn't change anything. I just fixed up my, my interval labels. So I'll run this again. Oh, it's probably gonna, yeah, we'll see what happens in the directory. So I already have those sound files saved, right? So let's see what happens. I'll hit OK. And then blah, 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 26 will be saved again, continue. And you can see it did not overwrite those sound files. It gave it a little suffix 1, but the ones where I had the period, it didn't give the suffix 1 because I had a new sound file with underscores. So what I would probably want to do is however you usually delete files. So for example, if I selected these, I could say move to trash. I could delete those, and if I run it again, then, oops, but I need to make sure I have surround sound and text grid selected, and run this. And now if I hit run again and continue and we check it out, there we go. So yeah, it's also showing you a little demo of how if I want to make a little change, I can propagate it through more easily using scripts. And that's it. Now I can, take these individual sound files and do further analyses with them.